And I have to be honest, I'm scared of moving. So I'm just coming out of my first walking meditation here on the beach, and this is just pure magic. Look at this. Jesus, is that good? This is just incredible, really. I just arrived in my new place in Costa da Caparica, and I do have to say, it's pretty nice. It's this little, I would say, studio with an own private bathroom, balcony, and this place is just south of Lisbon. And it's just amazing to have made the step to go out of my comfort zone, change my scenery, and just do something that I've always dreamed of, living in another country for a longer period. And I do have to say, in the last weeks, or actually the last days before I went, and also today, there came fear up. And isn't it funny actually that we quite often, when we realize our dreams, that fear kicks in. When you go out of your comfort zone, I've seen at least that it's a normal thing. And when you start realizing and knowing why it happens, it's so much easier to handle with it. And in this video I will also say how I handle with it, and I will also take you on my first steps here in Costa de Caparica. I wanted to start this video with this topic because how often do we not have it? That we have this dream, this desire in us, and then we don't do it because of a fear. I know one thing, I've done that a lot, and when by me the fear kicks in, I get paralyzed. And in the past I quite often just let myself be stopped by it completely. And it can happen for everyone differently, so it could be that you react differently, you paralyze or you hide or whatever it is what you do when fear kicks in. And for me it helped immensely to understand where it comes from, and even know that it can be a very positive sign when you hit that fear barrier. When you do something new and you take your body out of its comfort zone, you actually go from a known, for instance the comfort of Amsterdam where I know everything, into the unknown, Costa da Caparica, where I don't know anything yet. This is the moment of uncertainty. It can literally be that your body thinks that you take the safety away and that you bring it into danger. When you truly start living your dream, and also just before it, your body gets into a new frequency, you could say a new state of being. Your old programs and habits try to pull you back to the old thing, and your willpower, your new emotions, your dream, your desire try to push you forward. And these two make a disbalance. So one is going that direction, one is going that direction. And they cause a disbalance that feels uncomfortable. Most people are not aware of this, and when you're not aware of it, you quite quickly stop. So the fear, for instance, paralyzes you. But when you start understanding that this is normal, you also know that you actually are getting closer to your dream. Because when you really internalize it and start living it, you get this, and it happens that you get fear, but you also know that your body truly starts believing that it's going to that future. And that is when your dream is coming very close. It is inherent when you want to reach your goal that fear will come. And in my own experience, it's the closer that you come to it, the worse the fear comes. So right before you will reach your goal, or will go, for instance in this case, to the move to come here, the fear will be worst. But the nice thing is, when you know how this works and that it's normal and you go through it, you do become more confident. So guys, I'm at the moment packing, and I just put my kiteboard here in my backpack, and I have to be honest, I'm scared of moving. This morning I even had a bit of a freak out, and I took it in my meditation and said, okay, let me see what's coming up here. And there came emotions out. And do you know, in the past I would have let myself be stopped by something like this, but when you start understanding what that fear actually is, it's actually a very positive sign. Because when you want to have personal growth and when you want to continue in your spiritual development, when you go out of your comfort zone, automatically fear will come. So when it comes, it means that you're growing. And I just say to myself all the time, okay, I'm not gonna let myself stop by it. It may be there, it can be there, but I will still go. And that's a big difference with the past. So I just landed in Portugal, and I do have to say, even though there came some fears in the last days, I am now pretty excited, and I'm now gonna get an Uber, go to the place and see and check out how that is. So what did I do here first? Well, this morning I right away continued with my daily morning routine. In my own experience, it's so important to keep doing the things that bring you forward in life. And for me this looks as following. So I get up at 6 and start my day with thoughts of gratitude. Then I right away jump into my meditation. The meditation goes for around an hour, and after this I choose what feels best. So most of the time I do breath work and sometimes forgiveness. Then I do my daily visualizations about the future that I want to create. So I'm just coming out of my first walking meditation here on the beach, and this is just pure magic. Look at this. So I went this morning 6 out of bed. I just walked out of the door, did a bit of a breath session, and this is one of the things I came here. I just love it, and in a moment I'm going for a dive, and it's just magic when you do them. As last thing, I make a nice cup of tea, sit down, enjoy it, and then start my working day. So what brought me to Costa de Caparica? Well, it has been always a dream of mine to live on a spot where I can kite surf, and quite often you have a lot of wind but you don't have waves, or you have very beautiful waves but you don't have wind, and it's pretty unique that you can do both here. And another thing is that it has this huge beach, so I think 26 kilometers, and it was always a dream to live on such a beach. And Portugal quite often has small beaches, but almost never such a huge long beach, and it's very pretty, I have to say. And what I also enjoy is that Portugal has a very relaxed and laid back atmosphere. And the atmosphere is just very chilled, I would say, very calm. And then the last thing, and I think this is the most important thing, is that I followed synchronicity. So I just started asking around me to people, where do you think I should go? And I looked at bookshops, and actually every time Portugal showed up. And then I knew a couple of people that live around here, and quite soon my heart was telling me, okay, this is the spot to go. So I know that I'm here on the right spot. We'll just find out why exactly. So let's go into town and have a look around what we can expect here. I have to say there's one thing I've been looking forward for weeks, and that is to go on the hunt again for the best pastel de nata. Here in Portugal they have this very tasty tart that I love, and ever since I've come to Portugal I've been looking to find the best one. I've had some very tasty ones, so I'm super excited what they have here. I already texted the owner but I didn't get a reply yet, but let's see for ourselves if we can find a very tasty one. So let's first have a look at the beach, because that's actually the main reason that I came here. And look at this, it became blue weather, and this morning when I did the walking meditation it was all rainy, so perfect. And I have to say it's pretty, like it's a 28 kilometer long beach. It should be the longest beach of Portugal. And you have all these small towns next to it. Costa de Caparica is the biggest one, but also like Fonta de Telha, like these fishermen's towns. So I'm very much looking forward to discovering them. And next to the surfing and the kite surfing, you should be also able to have very beautiful nature walks here. So it's going to be excited to check it all out. This place is full of surf shops. That's a very good sign for me. And it means that you can probably surf here along the entire coast. And I also see already the first people on the water. So it's a very good sign. So I've got super exciting news. The owner of my place just came back and he recommended me the best place for pastel de nata, and the nice thing was, this was not on Google Maps or anywhere, so it's again such a local tip. That's just amazing, because when I traveled, quite often the best tips come from locals. So look at this. So this is a pastel de nata, and it's like this sweet round little tart, and I love them. And do you know, normally I'm not so much fan of sweet things, but when I'm in Portugal I just love to eat them. And in Portugal you have all these pastelarias, and they have a lot of different sweet things, but my favorite is the pastel de nata. So let's have a look how this one is, and I'm super excited to try one again after, I think the last one was in April, so let's see. I do have to say, Jesus, is that good? This is just incredible, really. It's so tasty. I will keep my hand in front of my mouth because probably it's all in there, but this is just extremely tasty. Jesus, is that nice. So when you're in Portugal, have a pastel de nata, because it's just one of the most tastiest things in this world. This place has a very interesting combinations of buildings, I have to say. So you have quite a lot of these big flats that you see there in the distance, and then in between you have these smaller old buildings, and it combined a bit. I don't know if I find it the most beautiful town I've been, but what I do have to say, it has a charm, and especially because of the huge beach that it has in front of it. Do you know what I like? Is that I've already seen quite some small little bars and local places where you can eat. And yesterday night I saw some very nice looking ones, some cute ones that I would love to discover in the upcoming period. And I always find it a very good sign when you have a lot of local places. So guys, we're back at my place, and I want to thank you so much for joining me on this first day and these first moments here in Costa da Caparica. Normally I focus much more on self-development and spiritual development in my videos, but I also wanted to give you an insight in my life and make it a bit more personal. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, write in the comments what you enjoyed and also where you are coming from. Then like the video, and if you want to see future videos, subscribe to my channel. I wish you for now an amazing day.